I tested which chicken pieces are the cheapest, and I started out with boneless, skinless chicken breasts and bone-in chicken thighs for my first test. Okay, my boneless, skinless chicken breast here, 3.08 pounds. And I don't know how I managed to do it so perfectly, but 3.08 pounds. So we're going to weigh this by itself and see how much is in here to see if this is actually 308 pounds. Oh my goodness, no way. Look at 2 pounds, 10 ounces, and the package right there says 3.085. Oh. 2 pounds, 10 ounces right there. We are going to give you our Dining on a Dime cookbook ebook, volume number 1, free at livingonadime.com. Click on our shop, click on our ebooks, click on Dining on a Dime volume 1, add it to your cart. When you go to checkout, use the coupon code DINING1 and you will get our ebook absolutely free with no obligation and no strings attached. Visit us at livingonadime.com. So we're going to tear that. So we're going to get 2 pounds, 10 ounces. Oop, that's 7. Hold on. Okay, 2 pounds, 10 ounces right there. And they're going to see cooked down how much meat we get off of each one. Okay, now, just to give the store full credit here, here is little, whatever you want to call it. We're going to measure this and see if this is 6 ounces. It is. It's 7 ounces. So that's where the 6 ounces went. Very interesting. Okay, here is the boneless, skinless right there. Plopping it all in there. Now I have 1 pound, 12 ounces. Okay, I have my chicken thighs here, and I love the skin, so I'm going to give the skin extra room to cook. Okay, wash my hands. Now look how easy this is. Keep my seasoned salt right here in my new salt shakers. Thank you, Mary. And I'm just going to sprinkle my seasoned salt, Dining on a Dime cookbook, volume 1, and at livingonadime.com you can get the recipe. Now I'm just going to put this in the oven and let it slow cook. It's only 135 right now, but I got it set at 250 for about 4 or 5 hours. Then we're going to see how much meat we can get off these chicken thighs. Doesn't that look delicious? Okay, I'm going to let it cool, and then we're going to pull the meat off and see how much it weighs. Okay, I've got 1.7.3 starting, and then we're going to pick the meat off and see what we end up with. Okay, and I'm also going to do the skin because we all eat the skin, so I'm going to count that as part of it. Okay, whoops. Okay, I ended up with 1.4 ounces, 0.3. So there was 3 ounces of thighs there, thigh bones. So we're going to go do the math and see which is cheapest. All right, I'm going to check to see which is cheaper. A whole chicken with bones or boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Now, how I'm going to do this is 5.8 pounds that I got for 97 cents a pound. So I'm going to try and get 5.8 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast also. So I have my scale here, And then my oven is broken. Maytag sucks, never buy it. And 18 months old, and my oven, all 3 appliances in 18 months. That's beside the point. I'm still very angry. So I'm using my crock pot and my Instant Pot to cook these. So I'm gonna slow roast this and slow roast these until they're falling apart tender. Then I'm gonna pick all the meat off the bones here, pick all the meat out of here that's left, and weigh it and see what the actual price per pound is and which is cheaper, okay? All right, so for this one, I am going to open it up here and just make sure that it is the correct amount that this says it is. So this says it's 5.8 pounds. So I'm gonna weigh it and see. Now this also says right here, may contain up to 5% retained water. So that's very interesting. And yes, this is 100% natural one. Didn't do that on purpose, just did it because it was on sale. Okay, so here is my chicken. I'm doing this on a towel so my juices don't run everywhere. So I'm going to weigh my chicken first. So let's see. So my scale is tared out and, ooh, okay, so it says 5.8 on my package, but this says 5 pounds 9 ounces. Okay, that's very interesting to know. So let's get exactly 5 pounds 9 ounces on here also. Did you need something? 1, 2. Now these are chicken breasts that I bought in a big box, and then I just separated them and put them. There's 3 pounds. I'm gonna throw this away because it's making a big mess. Ugh. Okay, now I am frozen. Oh no, am I gonna get it all in there? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. How am I gonna do this now? Let's see, 5 pounds. 6, 6, 1. Okay, so let me get my cutting board here and get a more defrosted piece down here. Where are we at? 5, 4, 5. Oh man, that's like super close. All right, that's about as close as we're gonna get. 5.9.9. Okay, that's close enough. So I'll put this on saute, let it cook down just a little bit, and then I'll shove it all in there. But I am gonna put 1 cup of water with each of these just to help them steam and cook a little bit quicker. All right, now I'm gonna let these cook, and then we are going to see which one has the most, which one is the cheapest. Okay, my shredded chicken is done in my Instant Pot. So let me make sure it's all, oh yeah. Okay, it is all cooked through really well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take out all of my chicken and drain as much as I can. What I'm going to do is empty some of this and let it drain to get this process moving along a little bit here. I am going to take my chicken that is in my crock pot and I'm going to move it to my Instant Pot. And I'm going to let this cook for probably 2 hours. I have drained as much as I can drain, I think, my chicken. So in the end, we come up with 3 pounds and 4 ounces of usable boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Instant pot chicken here that I finished. So this is the whole chicken. So I'm gonna put it in this bowl first to start it cooling. I'm going to break it up so it will cool. Interesting, this didn't have as much liquid as the boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Oh, there's the wishbone. Nobody does the wishbone anymore, do they? Okay, so there's all the bones that I have left. Here is the meat I have, and here is the broth that I have, okay? So now what I'm gonna do is, I've got my scale here, and we're turning it on. Now that took me exactly 7 minutes to separate all that chicken from the bone. And we have 2.88, okay? 2.88. So I will go do the math and come back tomorrow and let you know. This is the chicken breast broth, the boneless, skinless broth, and that is 3.5 cups. So that's almost 1 box, a quart. That's almost 1 box of chicken broth. Now this is a darker color. So because the bones were in there, it was more brothy, and this is only 3.5 cups. So you get a richer broth with the bones, but more, they must inject the boneless, skinless with more liquid. So 3.5 cups, what did I say, 4.5 cups, I think. So about, you know, about a quart or 1 box each of broth also. Okay, so I have 10 baggies full. There's 2 to 3 servings in each one of these. Mike will pull these out of the freezer and use them for his lunches. Okay, I lost the footage, but I also tested chicken quarters. So I'm gonna give you the breakdown on what it cost and which one of these pieces of chicken is actually the better deal. All right, I tested my first one. The boneless, skinless was $1.74 a pound. After I got everything weighed out, it came out to $2.64 a pound. The thighs started at $1.49, but after I got rid of all the bones and everything, it came out to, it started at $1.49, but it came out to be $3.68 a pound. So on my first test, the boneless, skinless had a 33% loss, and the thighs had a 52% loss. And then what I didn't get filmed was the chicken quarters also had about a 50% loss also. Now, in my second experiment, the boneless chicken breasts were $2.99 a pound, but after I cooked them, they came down to $5.12 a pound with a 41% loss. So my whole chicken was 97 cents a pound, and after a 53% loss with bones and cooking down and everything, it came out to $2.19 a pound. So my boneless, skinless equaled $5.12 a pound in the end, and my whole chicken ended up equaling $2.19 a pound. So that is a much better deal. Now, here's how I went in and calculated this week's prices. I went to the Walmart website, typed in for my town. Whole chickens are $1.46 a pound right now. Thighs are $1.77, chicken quarters 87 cents, and boneless skinless is $2.67 right now. So if you were to take the same loss amount, your most expensive would be your boneless skinless chicken breasts at $4.11 a pound, then your thighs at $3.69 a pound, then your whole chicken at $3.11, and then your chicken quarters for $1.74. Now, the question though is, that's regular prices, not on sale prices. So what if it's on sale? So Ellen sent me her sale ad. This was a couple of weeks ago in the end of January. And she had chicken breasts for $1.99, whole chicken for $1.49, and chicken thighs bone-in for $1.69. So if you converted all those prices, it would be boneless, skinless chicken breasts in the end would be $3 a pound. Thighs would be, it was about the same price, so $1.69 a pound, and then $1.49 a pound for whole chicken. But the chicken quarters were still $1.74 a pound. So in that situation, when they're on sale, the chicken quarters still come out on top. So as a general rule, chicken quarters are the cheapest, then your whole chicken, then your boneless, skinless chicken breasts, and then your thighs and your drumsticks are the most expensive actually in all of that. Mike and I spent over an hour trying to get these dumb numbers calculated. He calculates a different way than I do, so we weren't agreeing, even though we came close to the same number. But we spent over an hour calculating, double, tripled our numbers. If we're wrong and you're a mathematician, you feel free to go ahead and correct us in the description or in the comments. I don't care. Here are some uses of how to make chicken using all these pieces. Now, for some of these recipes that I'm going to show you, I'm showing you with boneless, skinless chicken breasts, but you can just take the sauce and all this chicken that I cooked up, I just put into the little packets and put them in my freezer. So now when I need a freezer meal or Mike needs a lunch, I just take out a packet. It's 2 to 3 servings, which we're eating about 3 people, sometimes 4, eating at our house right now, so about 3. And I'll just take that out, and like with the honey glazed chicken, I'll just put that in there and make the honey glazed sauce or the maple glazed sauce. So I'm putting these recipes in here for you to see, but just think, can I just make this sauce and just put the already pre-cooked chicken in there? Yes, you can. Please enjoy these recipes. They are in our Dining on a Dime cookbooks and on our website. The links are in the description below. For thighs and quarters and drumsticks, this is how I do it. Now, I didn't have any chicken thighs on hand. These are chicken quarters, same thing. These are the thigh, this is the drumstick. They're just still hooked together. Oven, 225. Chicken in a pan. You can grease it if you want. Sprinkle seasoned salt on top. And we're gonna slow roast this all day long. Then the chicken is gonna fall off the bone. We're gonna eat it like this for one meal. And then if you're single, you're gonna eat this for one meal. Then you can pick it off the bone if you want for other meals. Okay, so someone already dug in, but you can see it has a nice crispy crust right there, just like so. Now look how nice this just flakes off. See how nice and tender that is? It just falls off the bone. So then I just pick it off the bone if I don't want to eat it like this and make soup out of it, boil the bones and make soup, or you can make chicken noodles, or you can make chicken pot pie, any of those things. So that is the proper way to cook it so that it's nice and tender and comes off the bone really clean. Today I'm showing you how to make a 2-ingredient roast chicken. I got this chicken for $4.61 on clearance. Don't be afraid to buy your meat on clearance. That's just the day that the store has to sell it by. It's not the day that it has to be used by. I buy them on clearance and then I put them in the freezer and pull them out when I need them. Now, normally you could do this over the sink, but you want to get your chicken out of the package, drain your extra juices off in the sink. Then you want to take out the insides. My chicken is still a little frozen, wrong side. Let's see if we can find it. Well, okay, there was no guts with my chicken this time. Wow. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we are going to take, and inside the cavity, we're going to take our seasoned salt. You do not need to wash your chicken before you cook it. All that does is splat chicken germs all over your kitchen, and no self-respecting germ would live to the proper cooking temperature, so you don't need to worry about it. Now, I stuff as many onions as I can inside, along with my seasoned salt, and then I just place the rest of them around my chicken. Then all I do is put this in an oven at 275 degrees and let it cook all day long for 5 to 8 hours, depending on when your dinner is. Baste occasionally every 1 to 2 hours if you want, or just the hour before it's ready, that's fine. If you want, you can throw some potatoes or carrots in with this the hour before it's done also. That's how simple it is. Let me get this in the oven and I'll show you what it looks like. If you're worried about your chicken being done, just put a meat thermometer in it. It needs to be 165 degrees or more. You don't need a meat thermometer though to check and see if it's done. All you have to do is put in a fork and see how easily that just falls apart. Then you know your chicken is done, safe to eat. If you're not quite ready for dinner and your chicken is all nice and golden, just turn your heat down to 170 degrees to keep it warm, and basting it every 30 minutes to an hour. You have beautiful roast chicken. The recipe is in the description below. Please visit us at livingonadime.com. Don't forget to clean anything that has chicken juice on it with a little bit of bleach water or rubbing alcohol. This recipe is in our Dining on a Dime cookbook on page 252. You can add additional spices if you would like thyme, oregano, rosemary. And you can put olive oil on the top if you want. I normally don't. I just do the onions, seasoned salt, and chicken. And it turns out perfectly yummy. Tonight I'm making barbecue chicken. I had this shredded chicken left over, frozen. So I just threw it in the pan with a little bit of water. I'm gonna put some barbecue sauce. Throw it on some buns with some onions and make some coleslaw, and dinner is ready. There is my main dish. I'm turning off the heat and letting the residual heat finish cooking it or warming it. I got my camera right here and the timer is at 3 minutes right now. So in less than 5 minutes, I will have dinner all ready. and my mayonnaise. All right, my timer is at 4 minutes and 40 seconds. So that's it. Dinner in 5 minutes. And I didn't have to go out to eat, and it was less than $5. Make do with what you have. I thought I had bread and I didn't, but I have 2 hot dog buns left, so I'm gonna toast these, and our barbecue chicken is gonna go in these for our dinner. I toast my buns in the air fryer when they don't fit in the toaster, and it toasts perfectly. So here we go. And if you want to add some onion, you can. But ow, hot. Moms, make do with what you have when you run out of buns. You ready for it? I just got a plate right there behind you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This will be my after-school snack.
You could do open face if you could do open face if you want, with some onion on top. Yum. Is it delicious? Yay.
This is yummy.
Here. Okay. Testimonial. Yummy. Even if it's a hot dog bun. Is it too weird having it as a hot dog bun?
That's really good, actually.
Yay. Here's my 5-minute dinner for 4 people for less than $5, and I did it without going out to eat. Okay, it's almost showtime. We're hurrying.
It smells so amazing.
Fall has exploded at our house.
I came in the house and I thought, what is that amazing smell? Yum. Yum, yum, yum.
Yours is open-faced.
Is it?
Yes. Just go with it. Not bad for free food, almost. Almost. Leftovers. Hot dog buns nobody would have used. Leftover chicken nobody would have eaten. Cabbage and carrots were new, but...
I don't know what problem people have with leftovers, but
I
they're
don't.
amazing.
I don't either. All right, I have my pan here with about 2 teaspoons to a tablespoon of oil. I'm turning my oven on at 350. I have my chicken thighs here, and I'm not going to trim any of the skin because I really like the skin. So I am sprinkling with my homemade seasoned salt. This recipe for the seasoned salt is on our website, livingonadime.com. The link is in the description below. Also, this recipe is adapted from my honey garlic chicken, also in the description below. The one on the website uses chicken breast, but I wanted to try it with chicken thighs to see how it would turn out. I'm sure it's going to be delicious. Okay, so got seasoned salt on both sides, but I wanted to cook this side first, actually. Okay, and then and no, I get lots of questions. I do not wash my chicken before I fry it. All the germs die at 165 degrees, so I'm not going to be splatting chicken germs all over my kitchen. All right, we're going to let this brown, and then we're going to turn it over. All right, then we're going to turn it over and let it brown on the other side. Now for our honey garlic mixture. Here is a little tip for honey. Spray your measuring cup with vegetable spray, and then measure your honey in there. All right. And my soy sauce. and my garlic, Mike really likes a lot, and extra seasoned salt just because I like to make sure things are seasoned enough, and optional red peppers if you want. All right, now we're gonna stir all that together. We're gonna put our chicken in the oven, and the chicken has about 45 minutes left to go. But I think what I'm gonna do is go ahead and just put the sauce over it. And then I'm gonna baste it. All right, it's been about a half an hour. I'm gonna let this cook for about another 45 minutes or so. All right, it's been about 30 minutes and I basted it. Probably another 15 to 20 minutes. All right, that is looking pretty yummy.
Look at that amazingness. Holy smokes. Look at this. That's even good. That's really great too.
Okay, now if you want to thicken your gravy, set your chicken to the side. Whoops. Turn your whatever on. Okay. Now we're going to take some water and a little bit of cornstarch. Stir it in here. See, if you do cold water, your cornstarch won't get all lumpy. And then we're going to pour it in here and bring it to a boil. Okay, while this is coming to a boil, we are going to put our rice on a plate. Okay, so we got our rice on the plate. And then we're going to take our chicken like that.
Wow,
Then I'm just going to pour our sauce all over it. Okay, I am going to put my chicken in another bowl just to keep this a one-pan dish. And I'm going to cut up my onions. All right, so while my onions are cooking, this is in our Dining on a Dime Cookbook, Volume 2. It's adapted on page 242 for the orange chicken. Now, I don't know, on my other channel, if you watch, I did an orange marmalade test, and I tested homemade orange marmalade. Well, we have orange marmalade coming out of everywhere. So, instead of using orange juice, I'm going to use the orange marmalade and add a little bit of water to it. And then add the rest of my seasonings. All right, so now I'm going to pour my onions over my chicken. Got my water and my cornstarch. putting in my orange marmalade. Okay, and then we've got garlic powder and ginger. And my rice vinegar and my pepper flakes. All right, and then we're gonna mix this all around. And I'm not gonna add the sugar because I already have the sugar from the orange marmalade. Yum, that looks really good. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna taste test it. Oh man, that is really good. Okay, add some salt. And I'm gonna make a little bit more water just to make it a little thinner. Yum. That is delicious. All right, got my rice, got some onions and chicken. This maybe. Then we're gonna put our sauce over the top. Wow, that looks delicious. Okay, we're taste testing.
This looks delicious. I don't know what it is.
It's orange Chinese chicken, sort of. What's the verdict?
It's really good.
Is it delicious?
Did you make it with marmalade?
I did. We have marmalade coming out the wazoo, and I gotta get it used
of
up.
Marmalade. Nice.
Okay, thumbnail. Hold the plate of food up. Oops, wait, you're out of focus.
That was very good.
Okay. Oops. Okay, so I used 2 jars of homemade orange marmalade, 1.5 cups. I should have probably only used a 1/2 cup. It's a little orangey.
It's really delicious.
It's really delicious, but
Yes.
I could have used a 1/2 cup and would have been fine. my water. In my pan, I have my leftover chicken and the chicken broth that was still in it. My chicken is very tender. Don't even need a knife, actually. Okay. Pour all that in there. It is gardening season. Ain't nobody got time to cook. So, my leftover shredded chicken. Okay, I got my onion here. All right, now here's a little trick. I cannot find my potato peeler, so just take a knife and just scrape off, just like so. Use the other side if you want bigger hunks. My chicken bouillon. And my seasoned salt. All right, we're just gonna let that warm up about 15 minutes or so until the carrots are cooked. Okay, so my chicken is all done. I've got cornstarch with some water here, and I'm going to add this to my boiling chicken to make it a little bit thicker. And then I'm gonna check my spices. Probably needs more salt because the world needs more salt, people. Okay, put that in there. And we're gonna let that cook for just a minute to make like a gravy type sauce for our chicken. Now I might need more bouillon, might need more salt, I don't know, we'll see. Well, it's pretty good. As she adds a tablespoon more bouillon. Let's see. All right, if you want a basic chicken soup recipe, Dining on a Dime Volume 1 is where you can find this. Oh shoot, did I get too salty now? No, I hope not. All right, I think that'll be okay on top of our rice. All right, let me get my rice, add some pepper. So here is our rice and our chicken. And there you go, all in one. There. Okay, thumbnail, very nice thumbnail. Okay, now.
Oof.
It's super hot. Don't burn the hide off your mouth.
Super hot.
Chicken and rice. Good use of leftovers, isn't it?
It's really good.
If you want more ways to save money, go check out this video next. I tell you how to eat for $20 a week per person. Visit us at livingonadime.com.